Welcome to Drunk Bible Study. This show's mission is to read every single word of the greatest story ever told. A warning to our listeners, the hosts of this show are sinners, but they're doing their best. There will be drinking and there may be some swears. They did say they'd try to keep it clean, but I wouldn't put my money on it.
I'm Emily, and this is Drunk Bible Study, where my good friends Dedeker and Jace teach me, a born and raised atheist, all about the Bible. So, Jason Dedeker, you're in Japan.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're doing well then.
So happy to be back in Japan. Definitely a little delirious with the jet lag, but
yeah, a little bit.
We're back, which means we can drink all the Japanese drinks.
Yeah,
I mean, do we
it's a dream come true for you.
Yes, I said we dive right in because
tell us about what you're drinking.
Yes, okay. I am drinking a Shikwasa Chuhai.
Whoa, what?
Okay, so tell us. So Shikwasa I heard about it the first time last summer in Japan.
Doesn't sound Japanese to me.
Shikwasa. Shikwasa. It's the name of a fruit.
I guess it's from Hawaii. We learned.
No, it's from Okinawa and Taiwan.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it's the biological name is Citrus depressa.
Jeez, it's depressing.
That sounds like a depressing citrus. yeah.
Because in English, it is sometimes called the Shikwasa, the Taiwan tangerine, a flat lemon, or a thin-skinned flat lemon.
Okay.
I have no idea what that is then.
It basically, what it tastes like to me is, it's just like a very sour, kind of lemon-limey. They tend to add a lot of sugar to balance out the sourness.
Right.
But,
also alcohol in this case.
And alcohol as well. But I find it very refreshing. I very much like it. And I just love saying Shikwasa. It reminds me of like Mufasa. It makes me think of that.
Different languages, but yes, very cool. Jace, what about you?
Well, yeah, no, so the Shikwasa thing, like we saw in a vending machine last summer
in Fukuoka.
And we were like, what the heck is this? And now it's like everywhere in the stores. There's like tons of
it's like
Shikwasa
the flavor
stuff.
of the season.
Yeah.
Shikwasa.
Wait, can you buy shoshikubai? What is it? Shobuku?
Shochiku, like the sake?
Or no, that's
no,
not
let her
what I
keep
mean.
trying. Let her keep trying.
What is it? What do you have? A shoju, soju.
Chuhai.
Are you saying shochikubai, or are you saying chuhai, or are you saying a shochu? Which one? Or soju?
The thing that is in your hand.
This is a chuhai. I have a chuhai.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. Which is a sochu highball. That's why it's called a chuhai.
That's what I say, okay, I was trying for that, but it didn't happen. But that is the thing that you can buy in a vending machine?
Well, this one, no, we bought at the convenience store, but yes, there are alcoholic vending machines.
Whoa.
Yeah, they're not super common.
Yeah, they're a little bit rare.
So this Shikwasa flavor we've seen mostly not alcoholic, like just flavored, Shikwasa soda or whatever. But then this year now it's like there's the Chuhais and a bunch of other drinks that are Shikwasa flavored. So yeah. And I'm drinking.
What are you?
Yeah, I'm drinking. This is also a Chuhai, but a strong Chuhai.
Okay, of course.
It's 9% alcohol.
9%.
Whoa.
Boy. And this
like
one,
a beer.
Yeah, this one is salty lychee flavored, and that's like a strong beer. 9% strong for a beer, even.
No, totally. Wait, is there salt in it?
I guess. I mean, yeah. It says so right on the name.
The salty lychee flavor, it just tastes salty the way that like a Gatorade is kind of salty.
Yeah.
I guess,
Yeah, so it doesn't taste like overtly like salt, but it just kind of enhances the lychee flavor. It's not like drinking
salt. Yeah, it just kind of enhances the sourness or the sweetness, I guess.
I find it kind of helps cut the sweetness a little bit, so it's not quite so just like
balances.
Drinking syrup.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good.
But anyway, it's quite good. Something about the flavor technology in Japan is just like a whole different world from what we have in the States. And I don't know why. I don't know.
Flavored technology.
Well, it's just, okay. What was it? When yesterday.
We got a pineapple
Yes,
flavored.
yesterday at the store, we went and got like a pineapple Chuhai, and it was like, whatever, pineapple, like fake pineapple flavor is like meh. And then I cracked it open, and it was like a pineapple was shoved into my mouth, but not with the pines on, like with the most delicious part on. It was shoved into my mouth, and I was like, oh my God, it actually tastes like a pineapple. How is that? And that happens to me all the time drinking drinks in Japan, is where I'm like, why are the flavors just so much better
It's not the
here?
artificial crap that we have over here.
It could still be artificial crap, just
I'm sure
much
it's
better.
artificial. It's just better somehow. Yeah, I don't know what the
It's
deal
better
is.
artificial.
Yeah.
Well, I'm having... Yes,
So I was just going to say, same
please.
with like the weird flavors of candy here. That's just like something about the way they do artificial flavors is just better than what we do. I don't know why. Anyway, sorry. What are
we
you
could learn
drinking?
something from them. No, yes, I'm drinking an Underwood canned rosé wine. Which I've been on a big rosé kick.
You really
I guess
have.
I'm super like in my millennial status. Stasis. I don't know. Yeah, but you know what? It's fine. It is the summertime. I don't want a big heavy red. I'm having a rosé, and it's quite lovely.
Yeah. It's like normally I think that red wine would pair with the Bible, but since it is the summertime, a nice rosé I think goes along quite well.
Yeah.
And speaking of the
There you
Bible,
go.
Emily, do you remember what we read about last time?
Was it more numbers? I mean, did we read about numbers?
We read the book of Numbers. Some numbers were involved.
Yeah.
It
There was
wasn't.
some repetition.
It wasn't numbers
Dang
of
it.
people though. It was numbers of fill in the blank.
I know. It was all of the people, not the people, but the things that they were killing. It was very sad.
Right.
And I know that there were like the bowls or something, there were diminishing returns on each day.
Yeah.
But then everything else remained the same. And we were talking about like how in the heck is it possible that there are so many animals? And y'all were like, it's possible. And I'm like, I don't think so, but whatever. Maybe it's a
Right.
metaphor.
Right. We talked about like the huge numbers of animals they must have been sacrificing, but that also maybe the tribes were huge too.
Yeah, maybe.
So there were sacrifices that were it was like an update to the daily sacrifices or the
Yes.
weekly sacrifices, but
Yeah,
then there was
it was
also
a
the
lot.
holiday ones on
Yes.
top of those. Kind of.
Well, we thought that
Sacrificing every day.
thought that perhaps now that they've conquered all these other people and taken their flocks, now they do have this huge excess of animals where they are like, yeah, whatever, sacrifice 20 times a day. We don't care.
Cool boy.
Got these sheep burning a hole in my pocket.
Let's hope not. That's very sad.
Oh dear. All
I
right.
know.
So
Well-
today we're going to read Numbers 31 and 32. So just 2 chapters. So Emily and I are going to split the first one, and then Dedeker's going to take the second one. Are you ready? Let's see what happens today.
As we'll ever be.
Yeah. All right. We want to remind everyone as we start reading to read responsibly and drink responsibly.
You can drink along with us, or you can listen to us in the car.
But please do not do both at the same time.
And with that, Numbers 31. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, "Avenge the children of Israel of the Midianites. Afterward you shall be gathered to your people." Moses... Yeah, I know. I'm a little confused here. What happened with the Midianites? Anything?
Were those the people that they like had sex with
Yes.
the Israelites, and then there was
is
a
that
genital
them?
spearing?
Yes,
Yeah, a couple
that was a
episodes
Midianite
ago.
woman who did that.
I see. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, hang on. I just looked up some other translations here. The Good News translation says, "Punish the Midianites for what they did to the people of Israel. After you have done that, you will die."
What? Saying that to Moses?
Wait,
Is that what
what?
gathered to your people means?
Oh, afterward you shall be gathered to your people, like your dead people.
Oh,
Like I see
goodness.
dead people.
So he's just like, Moses, just so you know, this is going to be your final stand, your last act as a man of God.
What? That's really intense.
Seriously.
Whoa, man. If I were Moses, I'd be like, wait, what? Bro, come on.
Be like, Yahweh, I didn't ask for
Seriously?
that knowledge, really.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Gosh.
Okay.
Okay, Moses spoke to the people, saying, "Arm you men from among you for the war, that they may go against Midian, to execute Yahweh's vengeance on Midian. Every tribe of 1,000
No,
throughout...
try that again.
Every tribe,
Try
1,000.
one more.
Of every
There you
tribe...
go.
Jeez.
She really wanted you to say that.
I know. It does change the meaning. It's true. Of every tribe, 1,000 throughout all the tribes of Israel shall you send to the war. So this will be 12,000, an army of 12,000 then? Okay.
Okay.
So they were delivered. Out of the thousands of Israel, 1,000 of every tribe. 12,000, nailed it, armed for war. Moses sent them, 1,000 of every tribe, to the war. Them and the Phinehas.
Phineas.
Take it back.
Phinehas.
He's adding extra words
He is adding
and then
extra
also
words.
taking out extra words. It's like me reading.
Go back to the beginning of that clause.
Okay, Moses sent them, 1,000 of every tribe, to the war, them and Phinehas, the son of Eleazar the priest.
Oh, I guess it is Phinehas, not Phinehas.
Maybe it's pronounced
like a
Phineas.
fanny, but a finny and
finny.
a has.
And Phinehas, the son of Eleazar the priest, to the war, with the vessels of the sanctuary and the trumpets for the alarm in his hand.
Of course, you got to get those trumpets.
What do you think the vessels of the sanctuary is?
Oh, probably the weapon of
the
mass
ark?
destruction, right?
It wouldn't.
the
it
ark.
wouldn't be the ark. It couldn't
You don't think
be.
so? What does it say in other
It couldn't be.
translations?
Let's check here. 'Cause I
Is
feel
it like the
Yeah.
place in which they put the sanctuary? The place in which they put the tabernacle? Those are the vessels for keeping the sanctuary?
I would think.
You're like, I would think not.
I would think not.
Can you please read Tyndale? Can you please?
Okay. And Moses sent them 1,000 of every tribe with Phinehas. Oh, here it's Phinehas, the son of Eleazar the priest, to Wara, and the holy vessels and the trumpets to blow within his Honda. Wow.
His Honda?
Yeah, his Honda.
His Honda.
Load it all into the hatchback.
So the ones that the ones that don't say vessels say holy instruments.
Oh, it's the holy hand grenade. That's what he's sending them
it's
with.
the holy hand grenade.
I don't know about that.
Obviously.
Pretty sure that didn't occur yet.
Okay, really though, why else would they be carrying the sanctuary equipment if it's not for a weapon of mass destruction?
I mean,
Oh,
it's like to bless stuff,
Sure.
to bless
a likely story.
to bless their victory.
Let's just keep reading and see what these holy instruments do.
Okay, you're right. That'll probably help enlighten us. Okay. They warred. Jeez, this is tough today. It's this 9%
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, it's not doing well for you. Mine is 12%. So.
Jeez,
Whoa.
that's a hot
boy.
rosé.
Wow. Yeah.
It's a wine. Wines are that much.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess that's true.
I've also got a backup highball here. That's just a normal
Look at this
style
boy.
highball.
No, it's
So-
also 9%. It's a strong highball too.
Yeah, but I feel like that's more normal for a highball than for
Sure.
a true high. I don't know. I really have no idea.
Yeah, but it's like half of a beer. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. They warred against Midian as Yahweh commanded Moses, and they killed every male.
Wow.
All of them.
How could you even account for that? You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess
If you're motivated, you'd do it.
Wow.
yeah. I mean,
Okay.
if you have the right can-do attitude, then it's possible. They killed the kings of Midian with the rest of their slain. Evie, the Pokemon.
Oh no, they killed Evie.
No.
Oh.
And Rechem and Zur and Hur, like Ben-Hur,
Yeah, Ben-Hur.
and Reba McIntyre.
Reba
Oh,
McIntyre.
dang it. Was she dressed up like the colonel, I wonder?
The 5 kings of Midian. She was one of the kings of Midian. Balaam, also the son of Beor, they killed with
Oh
the
my
sword.
gosh.
Oh.
They killed Balaam.
They
Why would
killed him
they-
with a sword.
But he was
But
cool.
Balaam was on their side.
Yeah, he was cool.
I mean, I guess they wouldn't know that, but
Wait,
why would
wait,
they do
wait.
that?
Wait, but that's not...
What?
Wait, Balak?
No, Balak
Isn't
was
Ba-
the king. Balaam was our dude.
Yeah, Balaam was the prophet guy who they kept asking to go curse the Israelites, and he was like, "Nah, man, I'm
Wait.
cool with Yahweh."
But the son of Beor, was Balak the son of Beor?
Yeah, I swear that the prophet is going to be in Deuteronomy.
Yes,
Did I
we
make
did
that
look that up. It's possible that
Yeah.
he dies here, and then there we like go back and talk about him.
Yeah, anything's possible in this book.
Is that a thing?
You know, it's like when you have a beloved character who dies on a TV series.
We get some flashbacks.
And they get flashbacks.
This feels pretty linear, though, but okay.
I mean, this book's been linear, but with other books, they do, you know.
Sometimes there's some review.
Is it actually Balaam, not Balak?
Yeah, this is Balaam.
I Googled it. It's actually Balaam. It's actually our boy Balaam who died. I wonder what happened to the donkey. Maybe they just took the donkey.
Oh, no. I hope that they gave him a good life.
Well, hang on. I think we might get to that, actually. Okay, so they killed Balaam, even though he was cool. Boo. The children of Israel took captive the women of Midian and their little ones, and all their cattle, and all their flocks, and all their goods.
There you go.
They took for a prey. So I guess the donkey's in there. The talking ass is okay, I guess. I guess we'll probably get sacrificed at some point. Who knows?
But I don't think you can sacrifice
They're
donkeys.
not sacrificing donkeys.
Yeah.
Did they not?
No donkeys.
No donkey? I thought...
Yeah,
They realized that donkeys are good.
Yeah, sheep,
for
cows, that
taking
one
stuff.
goat.
Oh, the one
some
goat. Okay.
pigeons
Got it.
/ dove / quail or whatever.
The
But
quail
no
get
donkeys.
eaten,
The quail get et. Yeah. Okay.
but and then they kill people.
Okay, so they took all of that for a prey. All their cities in the places in which they lived and all their encampments they burnt with fire. That seems
Dang.
so wasteful. I've never understood that deal, you know? It's
Well,
just like...
I think it's like sealing the deal.
Yeah, they can't
Right?
confirm whether it's clean or not.
I
You
guess
know,
that's true.
like they
Suppose you're
gotta,
right.
they really gotta sterilize it quite literally.
That's weird. Okay. They took all the spoil and all the prey, both of man and of animal. They brought the captives and the prey and the spoil to Moses and to Eleazar the priest and to the congregation of the children of Israel to the camp at the plains of Moab, which are by the Jordan at Jericho.
So is Jericho something that we're going to hear about more later?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, that's all I can tell you.
Okay.
Moses and Eleazar the priest and all the princes of the congregation went forth to meet them outside of the camp. Moses was angry with the officers of the host, the captains of thousands and the captains of hundreds. Those
What?
kind of wussy captains
Jeez.
who came from...
Maybe their men died and now they're captains of hundreds.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Okay. The captains of thousands and the captains
I'll
of
give you
hundreds who came from the service of the war. Moses said to them, "Have you saved all the women alive? Behold, these caused the children of Israel, through the counsel of Balaam, to commit trespass against Yahweh in the matter of Peor. So
What?
the plague was among the congregation of Yahweh."
It's because you screwed around with Midianite women.
Yeah, you had sex with
But
Midianite
it's not
women.
Balaam's fault.
Yeah, I don't know why Balaam was involved.
Yeah, why did they throw him under the
That is
bus?
a little bit odd.
How'd they even know about him? That's
I
weird.
have so many questions.
Nobody knew
Yeah.
about him. Just Yahweh knew about him.
Yeah, he was tight with Yahweh. He was cool. I don't...
What if they find... Oh my gosh, what if Yahweh finds out that they killed him and he's like, Moses, okay, now you're really dead.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, gosh.
dear.
Okay. Now, this is still Moses talking. Now, therefore, kill every male among the little ones and kill every woman who has known a man by lying with him.
Wow.
Boy. But all the girls who have not known man by lying with him, keep alive for yourselves.
Great. Love it. Just love it.
gosh.
I really am rooting for these Israelites.
You know, I feel like anti-heroes are all the rage these days. I feel like
Jace.
the Bible's really going to make a comeback because
What's your
of that.
definition of an anti-hero? Collects sex slaves, collects virginal sex slaves.
Yeah, no, that's not in vogue. No way.
No, wow. This is rough. Okay.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
Keep
Can I just ask, as always, how did y'all,
we didn't.
Never
deal with
learned
this?
Never learned
Never
it.
learned
course,
this.
No,
of course.
this
Never-
is skipped
you
right
didn't.
on over.
Was never taught
Nobody-
this story of like, hey, kill everyone except for the virgins so that you can have them.
Yeah.
And Balaam, like,
And also Balaam,
Kill him too.
that fun Disney talking donkey story. No, he's dead too.
Right. Yeah, right. Remember Moses, that guy you were into before? Yeah, he had him killed. So
yeah.
awkward.
It's fine, though. We're going to kill Moses soon, too. Don't you worry.
Yeah, boy. Okay. Encamp you outside of the camp 7 days. Whoever has killed any person and whoever has touched any slain, purify yourselves on the third day And on the seventh day, you and your captives. So you clean yourself twice and them once. Okay. As to every garment and all that is made of skin and all work of goat's hair and all things made of wood, you shall purify yourselves.
What wooden garments are you wearing? Is that part of your armor? Would part of your
wooden
armor be wooden by any chance?
Yeah, maybe like a wooden chest plate.
Maybe
Would you do that?
Weird. I don't
I guess
know.
it's better
we
than
should look it up.
nothing.
Let's look that up for
right.
the bonos.
I was just
Okay.
going to look up another translation real quick.
Well,
Let's
I'm
see
going to
if
make
it's
a
even
note
worth.
about wooden armor / wooden clothing.
Like, I call bullshit. Okay.
I see. So the Message Bible says purify every piece of clothing and every utensil.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, some other versions also say stuff about every garment and then also every utensil,
Okay.
or something like that. So maybe it's not wooden armor. That just
Okay.
seems
Very odd.
it seems below them. Yeah. Okay. Eleazar the priest said to the men of war who went to the battle, "This is the statute of the law which Yahweh has commanded Moses. However, the gold and the silver, and the brass, the iron, the tin, and the lead, everything that may abide the fire, you shall make to go through the fire, and it shall be clean." So, like, sterilize your instruments, I guess.
Yeah.
Like anything that can be sterilized in fire, do that.
Not the wood.
Not the wood.
Not the goat's hair.
No, that won't work. Never, make it go through the fire, and it shall be clean. Nevertheless, it shall be purified with the water for impurity. So also use water. And all that doesn't withstand the fire, you shall make to go through the water. Okay, so he kind of simplified the rule. So it's like, rather than like, let's get caught up in like, is this leather, is this hair? It's just like, can it withstand fire? Do that.
Can it burn? Will it burn?
Will it burn?
Yeah.
Can it not withstand fire? Do water. Okay. You shall wash your clothes on the seventh day, and you shall be clean. And afterward you shall come into the camp. Okay, Emily, do you want to take this over from here?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Okay. Yahweh spoke to Moses, oh, I'm nervous, saying,
Yup.
take the sum of the prey that was taken. So, like, all of the spoils, I suppose.
Well, the prey, I
Both-
think, specifically means the animals or the living things. I
Well,
think.
this says both of man and animal.
Okay, yeah.
Both of man and animal. You and Eleazar the priest and the heads of the fathers' houses of the congregation, and divide the prey into two parts between the men skilled in war who went out to battle and all the congregation. All right.
Okay, so
So, like,
of
Jeez.
these 12,000 that went out, they get half of all of it. And
Yeah,
then of
the
the like
rest of-
many
yes.
thousands, like millions of everyone else get
Well,
the
not
other
millions,
half.
but you know.
Supposedly it's like 1.2 million or something. or
Really?
one-
I
yeah.
thought it was
did
supposed to
they
be
have that many
640,000
friggin'
or
people back
something.
then?
And but that in really reality, probably less than that.
Well, 600 something thousand men over 20
Right.
or whatever it was.
Okay. Right.
Anyway.
Is it really that many? I thought that we were saying that it actually isn't. That
It
many.
actually-
Well,
not
it's
that
probably
many.
not. Almost certainly
Yeah.
not, actually. Yeah.
So levy a tribute to Yahweh of the men of war who went out to battle, one soul of 500, both of the persons and of the oxen and of the donkeys and of the flocks. Take it of their half and give it to Eleazar the priest for Yahweh's heave offering.
Okay.
I didn't
so-
understand any of that.
Yeah, so I guess the priests
All right.
get a fraction of the half that go to the soldiers.
There's a lot of math involved in these things.
I mean, it is the
No.
book of Numbers.
That's true.
Suppose you're right.
Just living
Fine.
up to
I'll
its
give you
name.
that one.
I see here. Okay, so the Good News translation sums it up nicely here. So from the part that belongs to the soldiers, so the half that goes to the soldiers,
Yeah.
withhold as a tax for the Lord, one out of every 500 prisoners, and the same portion of the cattle, donkeys, sheep, and goats.
Yeah.
So 1/500th of both the people and the animals of the half that went to the soldiers, that goes to the priests,
Yes.
actually.
Okay, take that and put that over there and then give them to the priest. Okay, wow. Is this including the women who are virgins?
It's
Yeah.
only the women who are
Yeah,
virgins.
everyone else is
everyone
dead.
else is dead.
Yeah.
Like literally, they killed all the baby boys, they killed all the women who were not virgins, and they killed all the men. So all that's left are women and girls who are virgins.
Yikes. That's pretty awful.
Yikes. Well, I don't know what oh boy. Okay. Well, I'm not going to think about it too hard.
So we're going to do another heave offering for Yahweh, because he is glory, or whatever. Of the children of Israel's half, you shall take one drawn out of every 50 of the persons of the ox. Okay, one drawn out of the persons of the oxen, of the donkeys, and of the flocks, even of all the cattle, and give them to the Levites, who keep the charge of the tent of Yahweh. You know, that tent of Yahweh.
I see. So 1/500th of the portion for the soldiers, just straight away to a heave offering. Dead. Also eaten right away, I guess, by the priests. And then 1/50th of the other half that goes to the peoples just goes to the Levites.
Yes.
Not to be sacrificed right away, but they just get to
have them.
Okay.
Do their thing.
Okay.
So Moses and Eleazar, the priest, did as Yahweh commanded Moses. Now the prey over and above the booty, which the men of war took, was 675,000 sheep and 72,000 oxen and 71,000 donkeys and 32,000 persons in all of the women who had not known man by lying with him.
Okay, but again, do we think that these numbers are accurate? Do you think that it's...
Even if it's only like, if you take off a zero,
1,000,
it's still a lot of people.
Yeah. Maybe, is this something we could look up in the bonus? To try to find out, like, what people think about these numbers? You got that?
It's
you're
like
right.
3,200 people.
Well, but I'm saying, because there was that translation where it was like 16,000, but 1,000 was actually maybe the marker of like a unit. And so that's a unit of, as in a unit that had 16 people in it. So I'm wondering, is it, they actually took 675 sheep, 72 oxen, 71 donkeys, and 32 women? Because that's all of those groups are much more manageable, right?
Yeah, but then that seems very small. Those seem like very small.
They only
numbers.
sent 12,000 people out.
Or 12 battalions.
Or 12 battalions or something.
Yeah,
but think about it. But those numbers, as far as controlling, that's manageable. How the hell can you manage 675,000 sheep? That would be so much sheep.
It would be a lot of sheep.
It would stretch on for miles. Like, there's no way they could manage that many sheep.
Yeah, I agree it's not this number. I don't know that it's just 36, though, or whatever.
I would believe it.
I thought that you knocked off a zero, so it's like 3,200 people.
All right, we'll look into this.
7,100 people. I don't know.
I think that our sense of scale has really been grossly twisted because of movies. Because now in movies we can see these armies that are like hundreds of thousands of units, you know, in a fantasy film. When I think in reality...
so we think.
So we think, right? When I think in reality, we were probably operating on a much smaller scale back in these times, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to communicate that, you know, with that many people. Once it gets too big, it's like in Game of Thrones, when Daenerys is just like talking at a normal volume and her like hundreds of thousands of soldiers hear her.
I think that our sense of scale has been so like Hollywoodified that we think of like, 30,000 women. Sure. Yeah, totally. Like makes sense. When it's like, no, really, like they would not be able to contain 32,000 women.
Right.
Trust me.
Right. Like 25,000 of those start running.
Yeah.
It's like,
and then it's like, well, okay, unless you also get like just as many people of your own to try to manage them, and then it's just ridiculous, you know?
There's a potential for that, but yeah, I don't know.
I don't believe it.
All right, I'm moving on.
Yes, please.
The half, which was the portion of those who went out to war, was in number 337,500 sheep, and Yahweh's tribute of the sheep was 675. The oxen were 36,000, of which Yahweh's tribute was 72. So how many is that? Like, what percentage is that? Do we know?
Well,
72 divided by 36,000?
Yeah.
That is 0.002%.
Okay. So 2%?
No, 0.002%. Why are
that
we
1 in
silent right now?
500?
What
Is that
going
1 in
on?
500? Does that work out? Yeah, that works
Yeah.
out. 1 in 500.
1 in 500.
That sounds
okay.
right.
Okay.
That is the same. That
Interesting.
is correct.
Alrighty. So that's interesting. Okay. So the donkeys were 30,500, of which Yahweh's tribute was 61. The persons were 16,000, of whom Yahweh's tribute was 32 persons.
Cool.
What do those people do? Are they sacrificing those people?
No, I think they're just having sex with them
They're
now.
probably just being given to the priests.
But it says Yahweh's tribute is this.
So they probably give it to the people who are taking care of Yahweh.
Who's the Levites?
We're the Levites and the priests.
Who is taking care of Yahweh?
The
Does Yahweh
Levites and the
need
priests. Have you not been
taking
reading
care
this
of?
book, Emily?
I'm not saying that.
We've only reiterated a billion times that it's the Levites and
I'm
the priests.
sorry. I don't believe that the Levites are taking care of Yahweh. They're taking care of the tabernacle. That is
That's
two
true.
different things.
Well,
and as for the priests, I don't know. They're taking care of the congregation. They're not taking care of Yahweh. So no, actually, Dedeker, I think that I am saying I'm asking a valid question here. Like, what are these people tributing to?
But I think that's the whole
Attributing
grist of the
themselves to
priests
what?
is that they say, oh yeah, this is for Yahweh, when really it's for themselves. That's what I think.
Well,
That's been
I
your
don't know.
theory the whole time.
So
yeah.
I think they just get these however many women it is, and yeah, you can use them for sex slaves or servants, or really that's probably the same thing, so who cares?
Oh, man.
boy.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. The persons were 16,000, of whom Yahweh's tribute was 32 persons. Moses gave the tribute, which was Yahweh's heave offering, to Eleazar the priest, as Yahweh commanded Moses. Of the children of Israel's half, which Moses divided off from the men who warred, now the congregation's half was 337,500 sheep and 36,000 oxen, and 30,500 donkeys and 16,000 persons.
Those are the same
Even-
numbers as before.
Yeah, okay. So just, letting you know again, in case you forgot.
Yeah, yeah.
Even of the children of Israel's half, Moses took one drawn out of every 50, both of man and of animal, and gave them to the Levites, who kept the charge of the tent of Yahweh as Yahweh commanded Moses.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I wonder now if those ones who were given to Yahweh versus these ones that are given to
The
Levites,
Levites?
that maybe the ones to Yahweh essentially became, what were they again? The Nazarites? Like
Oh,
they became
well-
temple workers, whereas these ones become the sex slaves.
Yeah, maybe that makes sense.
See,
Sounds
this
great.
is why I asked the questions.
Yeah, good job,
Okay.
Emily. Good job.
The officer... No, where am I?
Yeah, you're right.
47?
You're right. 48.
Oh, 48. The officers who were over the thousands of the host, the captains of thousands and the captains of hundreds, came near to Moses, and they said to Moses, "Your servants have taken the sum of men of war who are under our charge, and there lacks not one man of us. We have brought Yahweh's offering, what every man has gotten, of jewels of gold, ankle chains and bracelets, signet rings, earrings, and armlets, to make atonement before for our souls before Yahweh." So what? They're taking all of this jewelry and they're gonna atone with it?
Yeah.
Are they gonna make it into a golden calf accidentally?
Oh,
By
that
Let's
would.
hope not.
I mean, that
Let's
was
hope not.
that was Aaron's deal. We'll see.
Oh, that's true. Aaron's not around, so it can't.
Yeah, but
Aaron
Moses
can't-
is Aaron's kin.
And Moses is about to die, so maybe he's like, screw
one
it.
Maybe he's
Final.
like, you know what? Let's do this.
He will not go gently into that good night.
It's Moses. He
Like,
probably
he's like, "Give me
will.
that armlet."
He probably will. Armlet?
Armlet.
Okay. Moses and Eleazar the priest took the gold of them, even all worked jewels. All the gold of the heave offering that they offered up to Yahweh of the captains of thousands, of the captains of hundreds, was 16,750 shekels. So that's how much it was worth, I'm assuming?
Yeah, it seems that
And
way.
I guess, yeah,
or,
you
or
do
the
have to
weight
give money
of
to
it.
the church. Oh,
Because shekels was also
is
a
it a
measurement
unit
of weight. Yeah,
All right. Okay, cool.
like a pound.
Yeah. For the men of war had taken booty. Yeah, they had. Oh, that's terrible.
Oh dear.
every man for himself. Oh. Moses and Eleazar the priest took the gold of the captains of thousands and of hundreds and brought it into the tent of meeting for a memorial for the children of Israel before Yahweh.
Great.
Wow.
Love it.
That was chapter 31.
Yeah. That makes me really uncomfortable just reading this, like, spoils of war diatribe, essentially.
Yeah.
How much more is there numbers
in the Bible or in this story? Or like, what are you
You've
asking?
got a long way to go for the Bible. But no, just like in numbers, because how much longer is Moses going to last here?
We have 2 more episodes.
We taking bets?
2 more
2 more
after
episodes.
today.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised
Wow.
if Moses died in this next chapter, to be honest.
You think so?
I mean, Yahweh set that up. It's like, do this one thing and then you die.
That's true.
I thought he died in Deuteronomy, but maybe not.
Maybe
he'll last a little bit longer.
I feel, well, okay, I don't want to say it because
He's just
it might
setting
be
him up.
might be a spoiler.
What? Say it. I want to know.
Well, just, I think the deal that, maybe it even got said earlier or prophesied earlier or something, but that Moses doesn't get to go into Canaan,
Yes, we knew
Yeah.
that.
right? I think
He
we've talked
knows it.
about this a
Yes.
little bit, but
He
it's
knows that
like
also.
this sort of recurring theme,
Yes.
right? Of like, he didn't get to go in the tabernacle after he made it, and he doesn't get to go to Canaan after he brings everyone there. But
Well,
that's
he doesn't get to
kinda-
do anything.
He's God's patsy, as Emily said a few episodes ago.
Yeah. He's the
As much as
patsy
we
of
love
God.
Moses, and he's done some amazing things, maybe not the best job to be given.
No, it doesn't seem
At the
like
end
a
of the
great
day.
job. No,
The,
And
the
also,
job of Moses.
I mean,
Yeah.
after this chapter we just read, I'm like, yeah, Moses, screw you. You don't deserve anything. So,
Oh, because he's like, what? You let some women live?
right, like, let's be sure we kill them all.
To be fair, that's kind of that corporate structure thing of where maybe Moses loves the idea of letting the women live. It's just that he knows that if he does that, Yahweh's much more likely to be like, not only am I going to kill you, Moses, but I'm going to kill your whole family. I'm going to wipe all y'all off the face of the earth. So it's all just, this hierarchy of fear
Yeah, boy, that's great.
at the end of the day.
Sounds-
Isn't that how the church works?
It's kind of how the government works sometimes.
Gosh, yeah.
And
Well,
the church, yes.
and how companies work.
And how companies-
It's like, you
that's
got to
what I was
screw over
saying.
all these people or else you get screwed over.
Well, but also
I
just because
suppose.
everyone's trying to hang on to their job,
Right,
that
right.
it turns people
Yeah.
into freaking talking asses, as it were.
Oh,
That's
good
why I think
reference.
Moses should go out with a bang somehow. I don't think that he will because he's Moses and he's Moses Meek and Mild, but it would be cool if he did.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Just to stick it to the man being Yahweh, who's really been the bad boyfriend of this entire story
The
so
years
far.
of resentment in Moses just built up, and finally at the end he lets it all out. It'd be pretty amazing to
Honestly,
see.
I don't see Yahweh learning his lesson anytime soon, but we'll see.
I doubt it. We've got a lot more Old Testament to go through. So.
Speaking of, Numbers 32. Now the children of Reuben and the children of Gad had a very great multitude of cattle, and when they saw the land of Jazer,
I was gonna say Jazer. It's like my name. It's like Jace.
Jazer.
I don't know.
What's up, Jazer?
I like Jazer. And the land of Gilead, that behold, the place was a place for cattle.
That's nice. I'm glad for those
Like,
cattle.
gotta find a place for all these cattle that we've just stolen.
Yeah. Hang on. I need to open this highball here.
Okay.
It's time.
Yeah, let's hear it. Oh, yeah.
That's some
That's
good
a party.
Good Foley right there.
yeah.
It is a party in your can.
Okay.
Party in my can.
Let's see. The children of Gad and the children of Reuben came and spoke to Moses and to Eleazar the priest and to the princes of the congregation, saying, Ataroth and Dibon and Jazer and Nimrah and Heshbon and Elieleh and Sabam. Okay, y'all
Wow.
gotta drink. Y'all gotta drink.
Oh, okay,
okay,
you're right.
yeah,
She
yeah.
made us laugh. We drink.
And Sabam and Nebo and Beon. The land which Yahweh struck before the congregation of Israel is a land for cattle, and your servants have cattle.
See, I would have said sebum, like sebaceous, But you said
yeah.
sabam.
Bam. Sebum. Sebum's gross.
Ew,
That's a
okay,
gross word.
okay. The funny part is that your servants have cattle.
Yeah, so it's like, and who has 2 thumbs and some cattle? These guys.
They said,
Those guys.
if we have found favor in your sight, let this land be given to your servants for a possession. Don't bring us over the Jordan. Moses said to the children
Wait,
of...
who's saying this?
The children of Gad and the children
servants.
of Reuben are saying, hey, we have a bunch of cattle. This land right here is really good. Let us stick our cattle here. And
Cool.
let's not worry about going over into Canaan, I believe.
Okay.
Moses said to the children of Gad and to the children of Reuben, shall your brothers go to the war and shall you sit here? Why discourage you the heart of the children of Israel from going over into the land which Yahweh has given them? Thus did your fathers when I sent them from Kadesh Barnea to see the land. For when they went up to the valley of Eshcol, and saw the land, they discouraged the heart of the children of Israel, that they should not go into the land which Yahweh had given them.
Yeah, that was bad times.
Yeah.
Remember that? 10 were bad and 2 were good?
Yahweh's...
Oh, that was the dance that Dedeker did.
Yeah.
10 were bad and 2 were good. Shaking your arms in the air.
Yahweh's anger was kindled in that day, and he swore, saying, surely
Shit.
none...
I don't know why that was so funny.
Surely none of the men who came up out of Egypt from 20 years old and upward, shall see the land, which I swore to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob, because they have not wholly followed me.
I remember this happening now.
Save Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, the Kenizzite, and Joshua, the son of Nun, because they have wholly followed Yahweh.
They're the two good ones?
They're the two good.
They were the 2 were
the
good,
other
yeah.
10 were bad.
Okay.
Yahweh's anger was kindled against Israel, and he made them wander back and forth in the wilderness 40 years, until all the generation who had done evil in the sight of Yahweh was consumed.
I feel like that...
What?
Yeah.
What? This is so random.
What?
Well,
No,
this
this happened.
This already happened.
This is what happened.
But it was...
Oh.
It was weird, though, where, like, the 40 years wasn't super clear. Remember, it was just sort of like, it happened,
yes.
and then all of a sudden we were like, wait,
Yeah.
time must have gone by because all these people have died now. Like,
Exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Behold.
So they're just you're remembering it?
Yeah,
Is
he's
that what's
kind of...
happening?
He's okay. So the sons, the children of Reuben and the children of Gad are like, hey, instead of going into Canaan, what if we just stayed here? This land is really good. It's good for cattle.
Yeah.
And we got some cattle. Let's
Yeah.
do it, bro. And then Moses is like, dude, do you not remember what happened to your dads and your granddads when they didn't go into this land? They got freaking spanked. And by spanked, I mean cursed to wander in the
Deaded.
desert until they died. So
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
do that again. Behold,
Awkward.
you are risen up in your father's place, an increase of sinful men, to augment yet the fierce anger of Yahweh toward Israel. For if you turn away from after him, he will yet again leave them in the wilderness, and you will destroy all this people. They
All
came.
of them?
They
all this
came.
people, yeah. You'll destroy our people.
They came near to him and said, "We will build sheepfolds here for our cattle, and cities
What?
for our little ones."
What
But
are
we
sheepfolds?
Sheepfold.
a sheepfold.
Is that a...
Folding.
It's like a
folding of a
billfold.
sheepy.
Like a billfold. But
What? No, not like a billfold. How like a billfold?
But you put cattle inside of it. But it's called a sheepfold for reasons not to be understood by us.
So...
Dedeker seems so like she's like, yeah, obviously, clearly, and
You gotta
I don't
fake
buy
it till
it.
you make it here.
Yeah, I mean, I guess she did earlier say that these sheep are burning a hole in our pocket. So it makes sense they would be in a sheepfold, like
What
a
do the
billfold.
translations say?
Enclosures.
Yeah, great.
Some say stone enclosures randomly.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of them say sheepfolds, though.
Yeah, because when Dedeker said sheepfold, it sounded like something you could literally put in your pocket.
Like a billfold, exactly.
Except, and I call no.
Okay. But we ourselves will be ready armed to go before the children of Israel until we have brought them to their place. And our little ones shall dwell in the fortified cities because of the inhabitants of the land. Okay, so they're kind of pitching, look, we'll build a place for our cattle and sheep to go. We'll build a place for like our women and children to be safe, but we'll still fight. You know, Yahweh can't be mad at us. We're still going to go and
I
fight.
see.
We're just going to keep all our assets safe.
I see. And then once we've won, then we'll bring them.
Then we'll bring them over.
That's not a bad plan, really.
We will not return to our houses until the children of Israel have inherited every man his inheritance. For we will not inherit with them on the other side of the Jordan and forward, because our inheritance has fallen to us on this east side of the Jordan, eastward.
On what? You just added a word in there.
No, I didn't.
On this,
Yes, you did.
On this side of the Jordan eastward.
Oh, yeah, I did.
She said on this east side of the Jordan eastward.
I did. Okay.
That does sound like the type of thing that they would say, though.
Moses said to them, if you will do this thing, if you will arm yourselves to go before Yahweh to the war, and every armed man of you will pass over the Jordan before Yahweh until he has driven out his enemies from before him, and the land is subdued before Yahweh, then afterward you shall return and be guiltless towards Yahweh and towards Israel, and this land shall be to you for a possession before Yahweh.
Okay,
So Moses was like, okay, you've convinced me.
So I guess that was their deal. It's like, we'll still fight, but like, we're not going to then lay claim to those lands. That's all you guys now, right? Like, we're going to keep these ones. That's cool, right?
They're kind of hedging their bets.
Yeah, yeah. They're like,
But I don't think that's going to go over well for God.
Yeah, I have a feeling that Yahweh wouldn't let them get away with this long term.
Nah.
No, I think it's going to be all right.
You think so?
Moses just said
right.
so, I think. And he said so declaratively.
That's true.
So I think it's going to be all right.
But if you will not do so, behold, you have sinned against Yahweh, and be sure your sin will find you out.
Now I could see like one
One
guy stays
one
back.
freaking guy in his
That I
freaking
could
hides
see.
in his freaking sheepfold.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Yep.
then that's the end. Rest in peace, Reuben and Gad. Okay.
Yep.
Build you cities for your little ones, and folds for your sheep, and do that which has proceeded out of your mouth.
And all that other stuff he said. I can't even be bothered to remember what it was.
Yeah. All that other crap. Cool.
No, I love this. Maybe they finally got a more efficient scribe who is finally like, I'm not going to repeat all this. Like,
I mean, I
my hand is
appreciate that
cramping.
it's a
person
new
very
era.
much.
It's a new age. We can be efficient now. And everything else they said.
Oh boy.
The children of Gad and the children of Reuben spoke to Moses, saying, your servants will do as my Lord commands. Our little ones, our wives, our flocks, and all our cattle shall be there in the cities of Gilead. But your servants will pass over, every man who is armed for war, before Yahweh to battle, as my Lord says. So Moses gave charge concerning them to Eleazar the priest, and to Joshua the son of Nun, and to the heads of the fathers of the tribes of the children of Israel. Moses said to them, if the children of Gad and the children of Reuben will pass with you over the Jordan, every man who is armed to battle before Yahweh, and the land shall be subdued before you, then you shall give them the land of Gilead for a possession. Okay, yeah, so Moses is relaying the plan.
Yeah. To Eleazar.
And Joshua.
Okay.
But if they will not pass over with you armed, they shall have possessions among you in the land of Canaan. The children of Gad and the children of Reuben answered, saying, as Yahweh has said to your servants, so will we do. We will pass over armed before Yahweh into the land of Canaan, and the possession of our inheritance shall remain with us beyond the Jordan. Moses gave to them, even to the children of Gad, and to the children of Reuben, and to the half-tribe, the half-tribe of Manasseh, the son of Joseph, the kingdom of Sihon, king of the Amorites, and the kingdom of Og, king of Bashan, the land, according to the cities of it with their borders, even the cities of the land round about. Okay.
Wait, Emily's trying to ask something. What?
What's a half tribe?
Well, because with the tribe of Joseph, they were split into two tribes, Manasseh and Ephraim.
I see. So
Yes.
it's just like that tribe. It's confusing calling it a half tribe because then
weird.
it makes me feel like it's like half an Israelite or something.
It is
You know?
weird that they've never done that before. I mean, if they'd been doing this the whole time, I'd be like, okay, yeah, right? Because we split that one up. But
now there's suddenly some gatekeeping over who's a tribe and who's an and not
Who's
a
a
tribe and who's a
half-tribe.
half tribe.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The children of Gad built Dibon and Ataroth and Aror and Atrothshaphan and Jazer.
Wow.
And Jogbihah and I made myself laugh with that
Okay,
one.
you have to drink for that one. What? Okay, so
And-
these are cities they're building?
Yes,
Wow.
and Beth Nimrah and Beth Haran, fortified cities and folds for sheep.
Great.
What are folds for sheep? Like plate
sheep
enclosures?
Sheepfolds. We just
Emily,
talked about this.
we were literally just discussing this.
No. Well, okay. It's the same.
Yes.
The same thing as a sheepfold.
Yes.
See,
Yeah, like little
I just thought, like a little enclosure for the sheep.
Yeah.
corrals.
The children of Reuben built Heshbon and Elealeh and Kiriathaim and
Kirithaim,
Nebo and Baal-meon. Their names being changed.
Wait, what?
What does that mean? Are these all fake names?
And
This
Sibmah.
is like the names have been changed to protect the innocent kind of a thing.
And they gave other names to the cities which they built. So like, these are the old names, but we're not going to tell you what the new names were.
Wait, okay, hang on, hold on. Let me wait. So they like give this list of names, and then they're like, or something like that. They probably changed some of them. Like this.
No,
like
I'm willing
the
to bet-
storytellers forgot some of the names, and they just sort of like said some names, and they're like, but they changed them later.
Yeah, the
That's
scribe
why-
on this chapter is kind of loosey-goosey.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you ever
for
look
sure.
it up and this is wrong, it's because they changed them.
The children of Machir, the son of Manasseh, went to Gilead and took it and dispossessed the Amorites who were therein. Moses gave Gilead to Machir, the son of Manasseh, and he lived therein. Jair, the son of Manasseh, went and took the towns of it and called them Havoth Jair. Noba went and took Kenath and the villages of it and called it Noba after his own name.
He didn't add a suffix like the other, or a prefix like the other guy did.
And that's the end of the
Oh my
chapter.
God.
What a
Wow.
weird chapter.
Yeah, very weird. I don't know who all these people are. I don't know who Jair is, and do we care that he called it Hovath Jair? I guess I don't care about a lot of the things that happen, but I guess we still need to talk about them. You know?
Okay, to use our ye old Game of Thrones analogy, there's a lot of information in Game of Thrones, or in A Song of Ice and Fire and the succeeding books, that are not important.
It's true.
Do not matter
That's
to
true.
anyone, to any part of the story. So I guess it's like that. I'm trying to justify it. You know, it's like it's just backstory.
It's just a
world
history.
building.
Yeah, just a history. World building, I suppose.
It's like if Tolkien had written The Lord of the Rings and instead of writing the Silmarillion separately, had just included that in the books.
And just like would take between chapters would just take a random left-hand turn to give you a bunch of Silmarillion information. You're like, what? Wait, what? Why?
Just
Wait.
a bunch of backstory.
That makes sense. That makes sense that that's how this book is written.
Yeah.
The Bible. Yeah.
I mean,
All right.
in American Gods, they kind of do something like that. Have either of you read that book, by the way? That they made the series recently out of it. It's a Neil Gaiman book. But it's like in between each chapter is a little like side story that's just like the lore or backstory about how some particular god came to America.
Yeah, but that's actually interesting stuff. This is about taking sex slaves.
That's true. Well, the sex slaves was part of the main story.
Yes, that's true.
This whole thing about who built what cities. Yeah. I guess it's like a
It's
boring
fairly
version
random.
of that.
Well, where
Yeah.
do we go from here? What happens next time?
Well,
Moses is going to die eventually.
Oh, that's true.
yeah.
He didn't die this time.
we have we
Nope.
have 2 more episodes with only 2 chapters each.
Okay.
So we've got 4 more
Okay.
chapters of Numbers.
What if? Okay, I'm going to pitch you on a ridiculous idea.
Give it to me.
Would it be ridiculous
Please.
to combine and do 4 chapters in an episode?
What?
That would be a very long episode.
Yeah, it was super long.
You think so?
episode.
But
Oh,
if it
yeah.
was the season finale of Numbers, wouldn't that make sense?
On this season finale of Numbers.
On this very special
I mean, I
episode
get
of
that
Drunk
you
Bible
just want to
Study.
get through it,
I do.
but like we've been recording for an hour, like a good solid hour, and you know, I mean,
know.
it's a lot. That means that it would be a 2-hour episode, and I get it. I do get it, but I think you know we need to leave our audience wanting more, so they're going to want the
It's-
conclusion. But
Yeah, they also don't want us to take like 6 months off between seasons like a TV show
But
would
we're
do.
not. That's not what I'm saying.
That would be a long. I mean, gosh, we could. I mean, I don't know. We could talk
we
about
can't
it.
do
We'll
that.
talk
We have to
about
get
it.
through this dang
discuss
thing.
We'll discuss
off
it.
the air. But before we wrap up today, we have a toast to give. Who are we toasting?
Yeah.
Today we are toasting Alyssa, who was one of our $12 patrons, one of our disciples of Drunk Bible Study. Alyssa, you have been with us for a while, actually.
Yeah, since the beginning of Patreon.
Alyssa was one of our earliest patrons. And
what devotion.
We salute you. We bless you. We
sanctify you. Why not?
We'll give like a 500th of our cattle to you.
Please use it wisely.
Use it wisely.
All right, to Alyssa.
On the condition, of course, that all of your men who are armed for battle will go with us to wherever.
Yeah. Okay, so we're counting on you, Alyssa.
Okay.
Cheers.
Yes. Cheers.
Cheers.
And remember, listeners, if you want to toast on the show, you can sign up to become one of our parishioners at patreon.com/Drunk Bible Study. Thank you for joining us for Bible study today. If you want even more Drunk Bible Study, including ad-free episodes, early releases, personal toasts on the show, and more, become one of our patrons at patreon.com/Drunk Bible Study. If you enjoy the show, take a moment to subscribe and then write us a nice review on iTunes or Stitcher, letting other people know what you like about the show. Find us on Twitter at DrunkBibleCast, on Instagram at Drunk Bible Study, or send us an email to info@drunkbiblestudy.com. Drunk Bible Study is created and produced by Jace Lindgren, Emily Matlack, and me, Dedeker Winston. Our theme song is Book Club by Josh and Anand from their album Home of the. The theme song for the Book of Numbers is Motivator by Kevin MacLeod. For more information, visit us at drunkbiblestudy.com.